Alright, what is up guys? I am back, Ryu OG, here playing League of Legends. Okay. So, at the top is our team, Pulsefire Ezreal, that's me, doing ADC bot, Soraka bot support, Ashe doing top, ADC top I guess. Shaco will be jungling with his smite, and Kennan will be mid. Nice amount of skins on this team. Unfortunately, there is one person on the other team that has not connected. It's actually someone I've played before. I'm really surprised to see him back in the game, Dev Nuller. He played alright in a previous match, and keep in mind these are all random matches, so the chances of me seeing him, you know, within 24 hours in another game, I'm surprised to even see him at all. On one hand, I'm kind of glad we have Shaco because he's a really good jungler as far as damage goes and his ability to move around. The only other thing is he tends to take a lot of kills and he's squishy. So either he's going to sap your team dry of kills if he's, you know, supporting you as a jungle, or he's just going to feed the other team with kills. It's hard to find a Shaco that's going to balance that out, you know? Kennan's good. I have no complaints on Kennan. She's a really good team player just because her ult is a huge AoE. Soraka, not my favorite support. I really don't like her as a support because she has very, very limited usability. All it is heals and mana regens. That's it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's all I see coming out of her. I'd rather have a Sona or a Thresh. I don't know, apparently I love Thresh as support right now just because of that previous game, but Sona has her huge AoE stun that can take out a whole, or stun a whole team. But yeah, I do not like Soraka, so. Anyway, we're in the game now. Buy my longsword, 2 health pots. The longsword helps me build to the bloodthirster faster. Why waste all your money in the beginning on a Doran's Blade when you're going to throw it away eventually? Might as well buy something you're going to eventually use, save that gold.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Mystic shot armed. Oh yeah.
All systems charged.
Alright. We are moving in. Like I always say, always be as fast as possible when you're buying your stuff, because the sooner you can leave your base, the sooner you can get into the brush and not risk your opponent being there already, waiting to gank you. So always, base should just be, once you're healed, once you have all the stuff you need to buy, get out of there. Just move. I don't care where you're moving, it's closer than the base. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. It's gonna be my last game for a while for today. I don't know if I'm gonna make another one today, but I have work tomorrow at some time eventually, and probably a closing shift, so I start at 3:30. And then, because I'm gonna see Iron Man 3 tonight. Before that, we're gonna have dinner, so me and my friends. So, don't know where we're gonna, when I'm gonna get back, if I'm gonna be able to play another game. I have a feeling we're gonna get pretty wasted,
Too easy,
and that's gonna make the movie even more fun. Okay. So they're probably, you know, gonna go for a gank, because look, none of them are in their lane at all. There's no way they're not waiting to gank a lane somewhere.
Grimdark future, huh? Too easy. Their weapons are a little outdated.
So it looks like the gank they were trying to pull off didn't go well at all, because they didn't get anybody. Oh, a Penta kills Sona. And see, keep in mind when you're playing an Ezreal, when you're using your Mystic Shot, it has a longer range, a slightly longer range than what the game tells you it does when you press Q. It'll actually go a little bit farther than that.
Target acquired.
And don't be afraid to use your Mystic Shots early game to get the minion kills.
A summoner has reconnected.
And it looks like we have Dev Nuller Black in the game.
Time's running out.
See, I mean, that's one thing with Sona, where she is really squishy.
Centuries ahead of them.
Ha 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 ha. Just a really nice, easy first kill. And health pots for the win. I have a healer support. That's why I was willing to take that. Under normal situations, I wouldn't have been willing to take that
They're living in the
chance. But since, you know, Sona was by herself, I had a healer support, I'm willing to take the risk. Ah! And remember, when you're playing Ezreal, Arcane Shift is the last thing you want to max out. You're only using it for its mobility. So 1 point is more than enough. It should be your second point because you want to have your Mystic Shot on first, so you can deal out that damage when you need to. And you're not so much well, personally, I don't use the Essence Flux for damage. I use it more to give my teammates that speed boost that they need when they're taking down a turret or something like that. It helps a lot in team fights and things like that because it can go through all your teammates, and it's a helpful skill in that sense. You see, now that I've actually taken her out while she was soloing, she's afraid to take me on by myself because she knows I can eventually pull it off again. But the only thing that really saved me back then was my flash. If I didn't have that flash, I would have been dead.
Turning back now.
See, now she's freaking out because together our damage is pretty high.
Centuries ahead of them.
And not only that, she knows if she hits me, I have a healer on the way anyway. It doesn't make a difference to me.
Weapons hot.
See, Ezreal's way too late to the game to make much of a difference now.
Give me the coordinates.
Yeah, he can poke me a little bit every now and then, but look, it barely did any damage. So that's why I'm not really stressing out about that.
Executed.
Real threats. None detected.
And look, we're gonna take his turret down really soon.
All systems charged.
And thank you for the heal. See, now he wants to stay back because he knows it's a stupid move just to move in now.
Turning back now. What's their position?
Okay, that was a bad move on my part. See, their Ezreal's... See, he was waiting in the bush for me. Now I know I can take him out if I move in close enough. And he knows he can relatively get a good poker in there. But now that my ult is up, that's really not something you want to try. especially with my health back up.
Grimdark future, huh? Too easy.
See, I'm gonna wait for him.
What's their position?
Shit.
You have slain an enemy. You have been slain. An ally has been slain.
Nah, don't really care. Got my sustain, got my bloodthirster. I'm low on movement speed, but not a big deal. I got my support champ.
Sounds apocalyptic.
Got to get out of that base
I'm
ASAP.
in.
Once you see that thing going on, once you see your respawn time going on 3 seconds, start clicking already. You want to be out of there. Clicking on your map. And obviously this is an unexperienced Ezreal. So, not stressing. You can just tell by the way he moves. The way he's taking all those risks. See, he should be basing pretty soon. Sona should have healed him.
What's their position?
I don't know if our MP was low. You guys can check for me later, but there it is. See, now he's gonna
Give me the coordinates.
want to take opportunities when they come. But with my damage output the way it is right now, I can take him out.
Can't fight the inevitable.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
All systems charged.
You have slain an enemy.
You see, he locked himself into the wall. You'd never want to do that when you're playing against an Ezreal. It's like giving out a free kill when he has his ult
Ally
up.
has been slain.
I wonder if my mic is too low. Is it too low? I think it's good.
Cannon's prime.
By the way, guys, if my mic is too low, just let me know. I'll raise, because right now on my system I have it lowered because it was really loud when I first installed it. So if there is a problem,
Turning back now.
just let me know. I'll fix it. It's not a big deal. See, now he thinks he's a big boss. No. I mean, granted he has his health up, but I've got kills behind me, so.
I'm centuries ahead of them. What's their position?
And you gotta be careful. Certain times, it's really hard to play Jax, but if you can get him right, you get all his timings right,
Weapons hot.
then he becomes pretty deadly.
Turning back now.
So you want to get out of there as soon as possible when Jax jumps in, because he has that stun, and he can just, you know, proc that whenever he feels like it. It takes some time to get used to his timings, but if you're good at him, you can take out people pretty badly.
All systems
See,
charged.
and now if they were all low health, that would have been a really bad situation for them.
They don't know what they're up to. I'm
See, now we're just going hit for hit.
An ally has been slain.
always get behind your minions when you're facing an Ezreal, because his Mystic Shot will hit the minions before you, so it keeps you safe. He'll hit the minions instead of you.
An enemy has been slain.
What's their position? Turning back now. Scanning for real threats. None detected.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, it's getting kind of boring right now because they're not really doing much. They're really just hugging because they know I'm dangerous. Sexy dangerous.
Their weapons are a little
So,
outdated.
not really much is happening. Kennan's got a really loose hold on mid, so I should probably, you know, try to get in there as soon as possible.
What's their position?
An enemy has been
But right
slain.
now, but we
Destroyed a turret.
All charged up.
we're just pushing through these turrets right now like butter. So once I see her start moving in, I'm gonna move in with it.
All systems charged.
An ally has been slain.
And you just kind of want to stay at the top of your game for things like this.
Centuries ahead of them.
Keep in mind your, you know, where you can play, what your field is. You know, because I can right now I can afford to stay around the middle. She's got, you know, half her MP left, enough, more than enough to heal me, and I can pretty much stay in the game without worry, especially in between the minions, because Ez is really weak right now. Let's face it, he's throwing those little baby attacks on me,
Too easy.
and it's not really.
Sounds apocalyptic.
See, there, bam, healed. Not much of a deal. Just know how far is too far, you know?
No turning back now.
So we're really just getting it really tight. And he feels like he has the advantage every time he takes out our minions, but he forgets I have a healer and I'm an ADC with lifesteal, so it ain't helping you much, buddy. Minions ain't doing jack shit for you right now.
I'm centuries ahead of them.
So right now we're just barely pushing this turret. We could actually lean off right now.
Give me the coordinates. What's their position?
An ally has been slain.
Give me the coordinates. I'll make my own future.
See, now they're all retreating because they know they can't take me on at that rate. I can take down 3 of them without even worrying. But if I am gonna get ready for a triple team fight, 3v1, I really gotta conserve this mana right now, because they could come back at any time and say, hey, we have 3, you have 1, we're gonna take you out. So if I use up all my mana right now, that's just a bad idea. So I'm gonna try and conserve as much as possible, because I am in the middle of a fray that I might not be able to handle. If they come in from the river down here and from over here, my only choice would be go back to the turret. Shaco would be able to help me, but, you know,
What's their position?
there are still the risks. And I don't have much kills right now. I don't really want any deaths. Last game I was, what, 5.7 KDR to like 17 to 3, and I kind of want to keep it at a
Their weapons.
relatively close
Little
KDR to that.
outdated.
You know, know, and I feel a little safer with Shaco in the area just because I know if shit goes down, he's gonna hop in, you know, throw his box down. Takes a little longer to the fear.
They don't know what they're up against.
An enemy has been slain.
Weapon hot.
An enemy has been slain. Killing spree.
There it is.
All systems charged.
3 enemies down. There it is.
I'll make my own future.
See, now the minions are close enough, I can focus on getting the mid turret. Turtle isn't going to be too much of a problem.
Centuries ahead of them.
You just really got to stay out of it. Stay out of the fight when you know you're not going to make it. See, now that we got 3 people here with the healer, it's not much of a big deal. We could care less. We're going to take this tower. Oh, shit. Fuck. I accidentally pressed F instead of E. Well, now I gotta wait for that cooldown.
All systems charged. Grimdark future, huh?
Has been slain. Shut down. Double kill. Double kill.
See, it's so stupid. Why would you fall back? We have everyone here, and you're gonna run back to the turret. It doesn't make sense. Don't fall back in team fights like that. That's what gets the whole team killed. That's what got me killed because I was in the middle of the fight. I'm the damage dealer. Saving all your asses. Let's go for some... Oh, actually, I have enough to get that, surprisingly. I just went from BF sword to my core items.
What's their position?
Well, it doesn't really matter to me. I got some kills in there.
Grimdark future, huh? Too easy. I'll make my own future.
Okay. But yeah, I was just telling her, you know, there's never a point in 2 people clearing a lane when minions are attacking your tower, because it's a waste of utility. You know, you could use that second champ to be, you know, team fighting in another lane.
Double kill. You have slain an enemy.
Cannon's primed. No.
See, now Jax is in the area. We're gonna want to take Jax out because he's probably retreating right now. They let Jax go, even though I pinged him and said, "Hey, he's right there." So keep things like that in mind. Always be aware of all your surroundings. Know where all your enemies are.
I'm centuries ahead of them.
Hit for a hit, baby.
What's their
Nice. That was beautiful.
Dark future, huh? Too easy. Target acquired.
Has been slain. Legendary.
Sounds apocalyptic. I'm in.
Oh, damn it.
Double kill.
I swear to God, Ashe. There you go. There you go. See, it's not too bad. I don't really care. As long as the team is successful in the end, that's what I really care about. And for me, when I pulled off that ult, it really helped the entire team because it really lowered all the HP of everyone here. I just tried to pull it off only to kill me. So you gotta really gauge when you can use your ult, when it's the best choice. Don't just, you know, if you're in a team fight, don't just use your ult to take out one person. You always try to, you know, if everyone's engaging on everyone else and you're only going for one person, you're kind of hurting the team by using all that damage on a single guy.
Dark future, huh? Too easy.
So always think about something like that. I mean, yes, I did lose my buffs, but since my teammates killed,
I'll
or is
make
it
my own
Ashe?
future.
Ashe has the buffs now, because she killed Sona in return. Fuck! What the fuck? Why wouldn't my E proc? It opened up the circle and I clicked and nothing happened. And I lost the Lux kill for it. Great.
Rampage.
Riot really needs to fix this fucking game. It's the small things like this that piss people off. It's what gets people quitting the game. It's starting to piss me off because now my deaths are getting higher. For stupid reasons.
Double kill.
And keep in mind, the only reason Kennan is deadly is because when he is in that form, you can't target him.
Triple kill.
So it really should be considered to nerf Kennan. At least make him targetable during that ability. Because it's really unfair to all the other players that he has a lot of power like that and he can't be targeted. It's like an AP Fiora, basically.
Sounds apocalyptic. I'm in.
Except it's a bit deadlier because he's a lot more mobile. So Kennan really, I vote Kennan needs a nerf. He's my teammate and I still vote he needs a nerf.
Need a port.
Okay.
Sounds apocalyptic. I'm in.
Yeah, get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Go on, mosey.
I'm centuries
Situations like that, that's when
What's their position? All systems
that
charged.
was nice.
Your turret has been destroyed. Dominating. Dominating.
See, stupid reasons like that, when no one controls their lane, that's what happens.
Give me the coordinates.
Godlike.
All systems charged. What's their position?
No one's keeping an eye on their lane, and all the minions are gonna kill our tower.
They don't know what they're up against.
Keep an eye on your lane.
I'm centuries ahead of them.
Oh, bad entry for Shaco. Gone.
What's their position?
Never do that. Why would you do that? Soraka's playing a dangerous game, staying there. See, that turret can handle that. Things like that. We kept our turret at pretty good health, so it's not a big deal.
Grimdark future, huh? Too easy.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Gonna cut him off. Because you know
What's
he's
their
running.
position?
Just let him- Oh, shh! That was my bad. Oh, kind of. That was just dumb luck for them.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Triple kill.
I'm centuries ahead of them.
An ally has been slain.
Okay. Game's going decently
All
well.
systems charged.
I mean, we're winning. That's good. We only lost 2 towers. They've lost, what, 5?
Sounds apocalyptic. I'm in.
It's just getting the last few pushes is where the problem's lying.
Scanning for real threats. None detected. I'm centuries ahead of them.
You have slain an enemy.
All systems charged.
Yeah, there was no way we were going to take that.
Give me the coordinates.
Yeah, she's gone. Can't do anything.
An ally has been slain.
Grimdark future, huh? Too easy. I'll make my own future.
You see, we really got to be careful So we have no idea where they are.
Do you require a map?
No. Grimdark future, huh? Too easy. I'll make my own future. Sounds apocalyptic. I'm in.
An ally has been slain. Shut down.
Back now.
You have slain an enemy.
There it is.
All systems fully charged.
Weapons hot. Sounds apocalyptic. I'm in. Cannon's primed. Grimdark future, huh? Too easy.
Stupid Ashe. When your teammate's telling you to do something to help the rest of the team, fucking do it.
What's their position?
If mid and top are getting attacked at tower, and I tell you to go, and I tell you I'm soloing top, and tell you to go mid, don't follow me to top and not respond.
All charged up.
Killing spree. Double kill.
Okay,
Back now.
they're getting into full swing now.
Centuries ahead of them.
An enemy has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
Why would you stay at the turret? Anyway. What else? I usually go for another bloodthirster unless they're building armor. Ah, it's just Sona. It's a little bit of armor. The rest are all damagers, so
All
why not
systems charged.
save the rest for a BF sword?
Give me the coordinates. their position?
Always keep your lanes clear.
I'm centuries ahead.
Enemy killing. Enemy double kill.
Okay, don't want to be here. Don't want to be here. Why would you spread
I'll
out
make
like
my
that?
own
Stop
future.
spreading out. Jesus Christ. Think before you do something.
Grimdark future, huh?
Not going to follow in on
Too
that one.
easy. Their weapons are a little outdated. I'll make my own future. Grimdark future, huh? Too easy.
Really got to be mindful of things like that.
All systems charged.
Enemy has been slain.
And he's gone.
Has been slain.
They're living in the past.
That's what I'm talking about.
Centuries ahead of them. Target acquired. Sounds apocalyptic. I'm in.
Okay, let's do Baron. Just cause why not?
Like DNA. What's their position? All systems charged.
That was kind of funny.
What's their position?
I know they're gonna come through to save. See? Just waiting
Sounds
for him to do it.
apocalyptic. I'm in.
We know where they're gonna be now, so it's kind of a simple decision on what to do. Oh, almost got hit by that. Whatever.
All systems charged. What's their position?
Do 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 do. What you wanna say? What you gonna say? Gonna go to base, buy my other bloodthirster. Oh, that extra damage. output goes crazy. This Ezreal has a Triforce. That's funny. Okay, anyway. Last item to get. Let's go with the last whisper.
Give me the coordinates.
I'll get it later since I don't have. Oh, I do. I can get an extra damage, but
All systems charged.
Who has that? Just clairvoyance? A Sona.
Sounds apocalyptic. I'm in. What's their position?
Wow.
All systems charged.
Rampage.
No turning back now.
That's how you do it. I may not have as much kills as whatever, but keep in mind, Kennan's AoE, once he starts rolling, I'm a single shot. He's a multi-shot. It's kind of... That's how you do it.
Time's running out.
Don't be afraid of the turrets when you got life steal.
Weapons hot.
Boom, baby. That's how you do it.
Victory.
Oh. Oh, sorry guys. Push the mic closer to my mouth. All in all, it wasn't too bad. I was kind of pissed off at Kennan because he kept taking the kills, but again, I guess that's just how it works because AoE is that big. Shaco was the one that was mostly stealing all the kills because he dived for them. He went invis, he went, went into the middle of the whole fight and fucking, I don't know what he's expecting out of it to die so much. He actually got the most, he's equal for the most deaths on the team. So... along with Ashe. Ashe was just horrible, mostly because she was getting all her kills taken, and Ashe isn't really good at soloing top. So keep that in mind if you're going to play an Ashe, especially if there's a dual top, because they didn't have a jungle. So of course she's going to dual top, go against dual top. So that's really tough, especially for an Ashe. She's just going to be running the whole time, trying not to get hit. She's more concerned about staying alive and protecting her turret than she is about taking out the enemy turret, and that's not a situation you want to be in. As far as Soraka goes, she was really, surprised me at her performance of how I could stay in play so much longer than normal. I mean, I was continuously going home back to base with like, what, 2,000 to 3,000 gold. Well, maybe not that much, but, 1,500 to 2,500 gold. That was really surprising, especially going against Sona, which I prefer over her. Nice pentakill skin, by the way. But all in all, I can't complain about her performance. She was one of the better Sorakas I've ever played with. I already talked about Shaco. I talked about everyone else already. Let's see, the Jax. Horrible timing. That's why everyone's pissed off at him. If you look over here, OMG, dot dot dot, this Jax, troll level over 9,000. He didn't know how to use his timings properly. What you gotta do when you're playing a Jax, you have to proc your stun, because it takes what, about 2 seconds for it to initiate, and during that time you have unlimited AD dodge for those 2 seconds. So what you do is you proc it, and right before it activates, then you do your jump. So once you land on that jump, your stun goes off. And you're already in the fight, they're already stunned, you start going off on them. Instead of jumping into the fight, throwing your stun out, and then waiting the 2 seconds while you're taking hits. You know, while you're just vulnerable, your whole team is initiating, and you're just standing around, you know, twirling a scepter, not doing anything for the team. The Ezreal was bad. If you ever see a Triforce on an Ezreal, you know he's bad. Never put a Triforce on an Ezreal. That used to be the play, but Triforce is very, very not. It's frowned upon nowadays, just because it doesn't. It gives a little bit here and there, but it doesn't give you what you need in the areas you need it. It's only a little bit here, unless you're going to have a full build of all Triforce, which is going to be very expensive and won't help you throughout the game until you get all the Triforces in there. You're better off going with items that, you know, are specific to what your need is. It's 1000 ADC, and I guess he was supposed to be an AZC too. You know, I'm putting all into the damage items, speed items. You know, I'll have right now, I have built up just attack speed right here with the crit chance, which is what I need, and damage over here with the crit chance that I need, and doubles or increases my crit by 1.5 times, or, you know, 1.25 times. And I don't know, I always get turned back to the Bloodthirster instead of the Blade of Ruin King. It does give the attack speed, but the damage is way too low for an ADC carry, in my opinion. The attack speed's nice. Doesn't really do much when you add it on. The lifesteal is nice, but then again, this gives more lifesteal with max stacks and a lot more damage. It gives 4 times the damage when max stacked, and what, 1% more lifesteal with max stacks? Oh, I'm sorry, 3% more lifesteal with max stacks. And you double that up, because they have their own stack amounts. You can get 200 damage and 26% lifesteal. Sorry, 32% lifesteal. And that is obviously the better alternative to Blade of Ruin King. The only advantage with Blade of Ruin King is that if you die, you don't lose any stacks. There's no stacks on the Blade of Ruin King. And you have a tiny active skill on it, which doesn't really help too much. 15% of the target's max health in, is it physical? As physical damage, yes. So that's like what, a few, maybe like on your average champ, that's maybe like 3 bars, which isn't, well, 3 bars at most, which isn't much, you know, considering that you can, if you get 2 of these stacked up, a single normal attack will deal a little bit more than that. So consider that when you're building an Ezreal. It might have been overkill to get 2 Bloodthirsters, but at the point in time I was buying it, it seemed like the viable option. I did have the most creeps kill. I had the most creeps. I had the highest creep score, creeps, whatever. Highest CS, most gold in the entire game. Oh, I'm sorry, not most gold. Well, obviously Kennan with all his kills had the most gold. But you know, that was the viable option at the time. So I wanted to keep that going with you know, the survivability of the lifesteal and the high-end damage of the Bloodthirster. Other than that, that's pretty much it. The Lux is just your average Lux with the AP items, not too strong, died a lot. Lux is really squishy. If you're gonna build her, you know, make sure she stays in the back, because everyone knows she's really squishy. That's why her attacks are all, you know, high range attacks. You got to stay in the back, you know, be able to be able to track your enemies so you know where they're going to be, when they're going to be there, and you can throw down your skills at that perfect time. The Sona, she did really good on her part. You know, built up that magic resist, built up a little bit of armor, I think. Yeah, 35 armor. You know, you got 40 magic resist, a little bit here, a little bit there. She has health all over the place, keeping her alive. I saw near the end of the game she had these 2 slots were full of wards, keeping the team aware of where we were, because that was the only way they would have a chance at even taking us out, because you saw they were all together, all ganking near the end, because that was their only viable option. But yeah, she really played off her skills well. She used her stun when she needed to. You know, that's how they initiated. She would go in the beginning, throw down her stun on the entire team. Everyone else would come in. I'm guessing Trundle would throw in his glacier behind everyone, so they would have a harder time getting out. By the way, when you're playing Trundle, keep in mind when you're throwing down the glacier, don't just throw it down in the middle of the field. It's pretty much useless at that point. It gives you a little bit of time, gives the opponent a little bit of time, taken away from, you know, running away. But if you're going to throw down the glacier, throw it down with a wall right next to it so they can only go one way around. Now your team knows, if I have skill shots, I can throw it this way. That's the only way they're going to go. Other than that, they're locked in against the wall until that glacier you know, goes down, which it stays up for, you know, quite some time, maybe like 3 to 5 seconds. So it's a very useful skill if you know how to use it. Let's see, other than that, Trundle with the almost Ghost Blade, he was just basically a damage tank. Not too good because he died a lot, because he thought he was the shits near the end of the game, which caused him to, you know, boast his ego, but he wasn't that good with it, so it went down. But other than that, yeah, that is this game. I'm going to cut the stream off here. You can see all the names, all the KDRs, all the assists, kills, deaths, assists, summoner spells, builds, you know, creep scores, whatever. You got the point. Finished game 45 minutes. I'm going to try to cut it a little bit off of the front just so I can put it on YouTube. Actually, no. I just had my YouTube limit lift. Well, not just. I just found out my YouTube limit was lifted, so I can upload videos over 15 minutes now without problem. So I won't be splitting my videos up. This will be the first video. That'll be a full length. You won't have to go to part 1, part 2, part 3. You can just watch a single video, 45 minutes long, no problem. Other than that, this is Ryoji. Thanks for watching. Peace.